This week we're going to be using some of this. It's everywhere at the moment. It's wild garlic. It's packed full of flavour. Go out and get some. It's free of charge. This is my asparagus and wild garlic spaghetti. Okay, first up we're going to get a pan filled up with hot water from my zip tap and we get some spaghetti on the go. We're going to get that up to a rolling boil and we're just going to heavily season that water with a good pinch of salt. I'm going to add spaghetti in there, really enough for about 2 people. I'm just using the whole wheat today. Spin that around and just bring that up to heat. Okay, for the pesto itself, we're going to use for the base ingredient, we're going to use something that's really in season at the moment. And we have got this, it is wild garlic. Generally, if you walk through woods or anything like that this time of year, you get a smell of garlic coming through. And it is this stuff. It's just wild garlic. It's a lot smoother flavour. The leaf is beautiful, and then the root itself is packed full of flavour. So it's going to be the base of our actual pesto itself. All right, so we have got a blender. And into there, we're going to add, I'm just going to take the last piece of the stalk off, just literally just snap that off. I'm going to add into here about 7 or 8 different leaves. I'm going to put a link in the description box down below which takes you straight through to a website which shows you exactly what this looks like, where you can find it, so you're making sure you're picking the right thing. We're going to season that, a good pinch of salt, and again a good pinch of pepper. A generous amount of olive oil, so you've got a couple of tablespoons in there really. We have got some cashew nuts, so this is going to give it that lovely sort of smooth consistency you want to it. And we're going to add around 1.5 cups. We've got some sun-dried tomatoes, so we've got a couple of those going in, and then we can use a little bit of the oil from the actual tomatoes themselves. We have got Parmesan. Now this is totally optional if you're a vegetarian, and into there we're going to add about 1/2 cup. We're going to use the juice of 1 lemon, and then finally a nice flavour that works really well with the tomatoes and the garlic as well. It's just some basil. So just literally take off around 7 or 8 decent sized leaves, roots and all, and that can go straight in. On with your lid, and you're going to get that a good blitz until we get a nice smooth consistency. And that effectively is your pesto. That is going to be packed full of flavour, and that can keep in the fridge for a good 5 to 6 days. We'll get our second pan nice and hot. Spaghetti's bubbling away lovely. We're just going to get a little bit of colour onto our asparagus. Now with this, we're just going to literally snip these at a slight angle and away with the ends. Into your pan, dash of oil, in with your asparagus tips. And you're just going to look a little bit of colour on there. These literally take sort of 1 to 2 minutes. I want a nice bit of crunch on them. Then we have got our spaghetti. Give that a good stir through. I'm going to take some of the water from my pasta as well. And then over here, we're going to add a good couple of tablespoons of our pesto. Making sure that spaghetti all gets a little bit of that pesto on top. And we're just going to cook that through for a couple of minutes just to heat that through. To serve this one up, we're going to do a really nice chunky slice of toasted bread. And we're going to serve this up with a nice big generous amount of the pasta. And then we're going to finish that off with a few bits of our asparagus. Nice little sprinkle of Parmesan as well. See, there we go. That is my wild garlic and asparagus pesto spaghetti, packed full of flavour. Go out and start finding this stuff. It's free. Go out and find it, get cooking with it. It's in season and it is packed full of flavour. That is my simple little spaghetti dish. Get recreating this one. If you do, you know the drill. Hashtag me as Haste Kitchen as always, and I'll see you next week. Cheers then, bye-bye.